Launch the complaint. Hello.
Okay, people, just listen. I'm not going to be talking. Let the people of Dominica talk.
Hello, talk
They're
to me.
calling Matt.
Are you there, caller?
Yes, I am there. Matt, what's up?
Oh,
Listen to the people
well,
talk.
very concerned. This
Yeah,
scandal continues.
I'm not supporting the manager or whoever you call him at
The Commissioner of Labor.
The commissioner, I'm not supporting him, but what the brain is saying is that what should happen, that is what we know we should do, to refer those things, to tell the minister, sorry, sir, you're not allowed to do that, you know. But it's easier said than done. Because you know your concern, your family, you have kids, you have been in your job for the past probably 25 years. You're about to get your pension, and you're going to watch your minister and tell him, "Sir, I cannot help you." I ran in a similar situation. I remember I was in charge of a department, and the permanent secretary called me and said, "Well, listen, we want certain amount of monies to be transferred." And I said, "Sorry, sir, for me to do that, I have to have the approval of the board." He said, "Okay." He called the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister called me. But as fast as I could blink, I had that check signed and sent to him. I'm going to tell a Prime Minister, "Sorry, sir, please refer to the board." Tomorrow, while everybody's calling me a hero, my family, myself, I don't have a job. When it's easier said than done, my friend. If you're in this situation, it's different. Thank you.
And you're very right. Easier said than done. I don't know why. I wonder if you get given the instructions of the education officer whether you would have not followed.
I have denied 3 ministers in my time. I have denied 3 ministers. I would not call their names. But when they asked me about hiring certain persons who did not have the necessary qualifications, I said no. And nothing happened to me. Me and Mr. Prime Minister, we had a quacker. I will not tell you what it was. Before he was Prime Minister, and he was the Minister of Education, I served with him. And certain attitudes that he had, and I came out straight on him. I was not fired. Because I know the rules and regulations governing, I stood my grounds, and I retired honorably.
Hello.
Yeah.
Ben, I don't totally agree or rather, I don't totally support what you're saying, because you know that there are technicalities in all those things. And furthermore, people like you and myself have been radicals in the service, and we can stand up against ministers and PSCs, but we don't care. But for the average civil servant, it's a different kettle of fish, and you need to understand that. It's not a matter of, you are a known radical person who tell a person that paid is a speed and he finished with that. But the average civil servant is not like that, and you cannot blame them. And as the gentleman said, it's a bread and butter issue, and you cannot just put it on. And
they have the mortgages to pay, right?
Definitely, and furthermore, the people can be overridden because they can go through, what the man said, some things are done without his consent, and yet they are done, and the people come out and ridicule him and tell him this and he's that. And
He's a tacker-rat, and they know just where to go.
Definitely, and knowing this gentleman is a very genuine gentleman, but yet, we don't need genuine people in this country. We just need 2 sets of people who are not genuine and people who are radical. People who can go and set up PS and tell them as it is, and people can tell the minister as it is, and even if the minister will come and send a message, you can send yours and say, if you mess with the bull, and get the horn. And that's about it. But how many civil servants are like you and myself? And even talking now while I'm still a civil servant. How many? Not too many of them, because they're scared. That's a different scenario. So you're talking about something which is easy for you and I to do, but the average civil servant is not so, my friend.
All right, caller. We're going to take 2 final phone calls, and then we'll wrap it up. We get to the farmers. Talk on the block will be hot, so we'll continue. Hello.
Mark,
Yes, talk to me.
I want to agree with Mr. Adams, and maybe he can tell you the case with due respect to the people's names I'm going to call of Mr. Eliud Williams and Mary Dyer. That's a class case as far as a class legal case. And
Okay.
she stood up to Mr. Williams. She went to court. She won her case. Maybe Mr. Adams, would be able to tell us about it.
All right. Brother, you remember that case?
Oh, I remember that was a classical case, man.
Here it is.
Oh, yes. And Maridaya won handsomely.
You knew what the background was.
She knew that I'll give you the background on Talk on the Block.
Right.
But there are rules and regulations governing the civil service, Matt. And many civil servants do not read their general orders. There are certain behaviors that is expected of a senior executive officer in the ministry, in whatever department, telling me about mortgage or you have your children. Come on. Your mouth spit, you will eat. Come on. You stand your ground. And God knows when you speak to truth to power, you will survive.
All right. Hello. Final phone call. The hot seat. Yeah.
Matt, this racket has been going on since 2000, Matt. People have become billionaires. And we're now in 2015, and now we're talking about that.
Better late than never, my friend. We're going to come back, Dominica, for the farmers. Check me out on Talk on the Block. That's about 1:05.
Oh, you see where the
We have
problem
more to
is?
talk about, okay?
You see where the problem is?
Later.
Everybody thinking about their mortgage and their this and their that. So they hide in the corruption and they hide in all the corruption.